The tension reaches its breaking point when Mercan and Tess finally stand face to face, surrounded by years of silence, betrayal, and buried truths. Mercan's eyes burn with exhaustion and fury as she demands to know what Tess still wants from them. Her voice carries the weight of a woman who has already lost too much. Her father has been legally cleared, yet the persecution never ends. Mercan makes it clear, from this moment on, her only priority is protecting her family, no matter the cost. In a shocking move, Mercan reveals the truth Tess has been hiding. She pulls out a flash drive and exposes its contents without hesitation. Inside are detailed records of the crimes committed by Tess's father and uncle, evidence powerful enough to destroy reputations and bring down an entire legacy. Mercan reveals she found the flash drive hidden inside Tess's jewelry box, a secret carefully buried to protect blood ties. The accusation hits hard. Tess denies everything, claiming she has never seen the flash drive before, but her composure cracks when Mercan questions how the information reached the press. Tess finally admits the leak, but shifts the blame, questioning Mercan's sense of justice. She argues that hiding evidence is a crime in itself, turning the accusation back on Mercan. Mercan refuses to back down. She reminds Tess that if she were guilty, she would never have gone to the police with Ates. The confrontation becomes personal, with Mercan vowing to uncover Tess's true identity and expose every shadow she's been hiding in. Her words cut deep as she declares that the investigation should start with the crimes of Tess's own family. Consumed by rage and certainty, Mercan storms out of the room, flash drive in hand, and heads straight to confront Aslı. She bursts into Aslı's room, accusing her of planting the evidence among her belongings. Aslı pretends innocence, but Mercan sees through the act instantly. Years of manipulation resurface in Mercan's memory. The lies, the false accusations, the schemes designed to destroy her reputation and isolate her from everyone she loved. Mercan lists them one by one, refusing to let Aslı rewrite the past. When Aslı is ordered to leave, she snaps, reminded that neither the room nor the house truly belongs to her. In a moment of uncontrolled rage, Aslı raises her hand to strike Mercan. Mercan stops her mid-air, her grip firm, her warning colder than steel. She promises that every lie will be exposed, every mask torn away. As Mercan leaves the room, Aslı is left behind, shaking with fury and fear, knowing her carefully constructed world is starting to collapse. Outside the mansion, another storm is brewing. Ates steps forward to confront Ada and Nesu, who wait with arrogance and unresolved hostility. Ada makes it clear he has no intention of ending things quietly. He reminds Ates that legal absolution does not mean innocence, that everyone. Sekai tries to calm Malik down, asking him to stop and accept things as they are. Malik understands, but the disappointment is clear as he steps back, wounded and silent. At the same time, Tess gets into her car, while Mercan decisively opens the door of Ates's car and takes control of the moment. She makes it clear she has no time for unnecessary tension, insisting she has an important meeting and needs to get to the company immediately. Ates watches her stubborn determination with a mix of irritation and affection. Taking her hand, he finally agrees to drive her himself, reminding her with a faint smile that trouble always seems to follow her. Inside the mansion, danger quietly takes shape. In her room, Aslı is on the phone, her voice low and sharp, carefully planning something that could change everything for Mercan. Before she can say more, her mother storms in, demanding to know exactly what she is plotting. Aslı hangs up abruptly and pretends innocence, but her words betray her intentions. She hints at a surprise prepared especially for Mercan, one that will expose everything at the perfect moment. Aslı's mother suddenly realizes they are not alone. She senses a presence behind the door and flings it open, catching Nermin listening in. Furious, she humiliates her, questioning her shame at spying at her age. Nermin, unshaken, promises that she will uncover every secret hidden in that house. The door is slammed in her face, but the threat lingers in the air. Elsewhere, the shadows deepen. Ada meets with Nesu, his confidence bordering on arrogance. He speaks openly about Ates, convinced that Ates is always plotting his downfall. Ada believes he escaped justice once again, but his words reveal fear beneath the bravado. Nessie suggests eliminating Ates entirely. Ada's response is chilling. He speaks of waiting, of time stretching too slowly, of a plan already in motion. He is certain Ates will not keep his promises, certain he has returned to destroy them all. Ada assures Nessie that everything is prepared, that Ates and his family will soon face complete ruin. At the company, the atmosphere appears calm, but tension simmers quietly. Tess and Mercan arrive to find everything ready for the meeting. While Tess speaks with the secretary, Mercan pulls Demet aside for a private conversation. Trusting her completely, Mercan asks Demet to take charge of the Elio Hospital project, a cause deeply close to her heart. Demet is overwhelmed, knowing how much this project means. She hesitates only because Nazim must be convinced first, but promises she will make it happen. Mercan immediately brings Bulent in to support Demet, showing once again her ability to lead even in the midst of chaos. Meanwhile, concern spreads through the family. Sekai's mother speaks with her brother, worried he may once again be drawn into trouble. He reassures her, promising that from now on he will act responsibly, though doubt still clouds her expression. Back at the company, Mercan grows distracted. The weight of everything presses down on her, making it hard to focus. Demet notices and gently confronts her, asking if her constant worry began when Ates disappeared. Mercan finally allows her guard to slip. She admits she cannot understand him. To her, Ates is both light and darkness, capable of kindness and cruelty in equal measure. She confesses that she no longer knows what goes on inside his mind, and that uncertainty frightens her more than any enemy. As alliances form, secrets multiply, and plans advance in silence, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. Everyone is moving toward an inevitable collision. Love, betrayal, ambition, and revenge are tightening into a single knot, and when it finally unravels, no one will escape unchanged. There is something deeply unsettling about him. Mercan feels it every time she looks into his eyes. He seems to know everything about everyone, every secret, every weakness, every wound hidden in the past. Yet when it comes to his own life, there is nothing. No records, no traces, no memories that can be followed. It is as if he appeared out of nowhere, fully formed, carrying shadows that refuse to speak. Mercan admits to Demet that this silence frightens her more than any revealed crime. Still, she is determined. She swears she will uncover the truth, no matter how deeply it is buried. Demet realizes the timing is perfect. Ates has just left his office. If Mercan wants answers, this is the moment to act. While that decision is being made, Nerman is at the mansion, speaking on the phone with forced confidence. She insists that everything was a lie, that Ada is innocent, and that their family deserves praise rather than suspicion. She even suggests that their generosity and endless donations should be rewarded. But the conversation turns against her when she learns that the honorary award will go to Aslı's mother, the woman who made the largest donation of all. The news hits Nerman like a slap. Her smile fades, replaced by pure rage. Once again, she has been pushed aside. At the company, Mercan quietly steps into Ates's office. Her heart races as she searches through drawers and files, hoping for anything that might reveal who he truly is. From a distance, Aslı watches the scene unfold. She sees Mercan enter the office and freezes, calculating. Moments later, Ates walks down the corridor and questions Aslı about why she is standing there. She lies without hesitation, claiming someone is inside his office. At the exact moment Mercan finds an envelope that feels important, Ates enters. The air instantly turns heavy. Mercan drops the envelope in panic, her hands trembling. He asks calmly but sharply why she is there. Thinking quickly, she claims she came to check tender documents. She grips the envelope, ready to leave, but Ates blocks her path. His gaze locks onto the envelope in her hand. With quiet authority, he demands to know what she is really looking for. Finally, Mercan snaps. She admits the truth. She wants to know everything about him. His past, his identity, the man behind the silence. Ates takes the envelope from her hands and throws it onto the desk. His voice is low and firm. You won't find anything about me. Nothing. He reminds her that she has tried before and failed every time. Mercan refuses to back down. She promises this will not be the end. She will keep searching until the truth comes out. The tension between them becomes unbearable, charged with suspicion, attraction, and unspoken fear. Unable to breathe in that space any longer, Mercan turns and leaves, her heart pounding. Elsewhere, Sekai is alone in her room, overwhelmed by memories. She clutches the necklace Malik once gave her, tears streaming down her face. Her mother enters gently, sensing her pain, asking what is wrong and reminding her that she can always speak freely. Sekai hides her heartbreak, insisting it is nothing, but her silence speaks louder than words. Back at the office, Demet is glowing with excitement as she throws herself into the Elio Hospital project. Nessie notices her happiness and asks what has changed. She tells him Mercan personally invited her to work on the project, explaining how meaningful it is. She begs him to allow it, even though she knows he dislikes Ates. Nessie hesitates, then agrees. Demet's gratitude is sincere, her joy impossible to hide. But peace never lasts long. Suddenly, chaos erupts when an unfamiliar woman storms into the company, her face twisted with fury. She marches straight toward Mercan, her voice shaking with rage as she accuses her and her family of destroying her life. She calls Mercan a criminal, blaming her for every tragedy that has befallen her own family. The office falls silent as the accusation hangs in the air. At that moment, it becomes clear that the past Mercan is trying to uncover is already catching up to her. Secrets refuse to stay buried. Enemies step out of the shadows. And the closer Mercan gets to the truth about Ates, the more dangerous the world around her becomes. The accusation explodes like a bomb in the middle of the company. The woman's voice cuts through the air, shaking with rage as she points at Mercan and screams that they are all criminals, that they destroy lives and leave only ruins behind. Mercan tries to calm her, raising her hands, begging her to slow down, but the hatred in that woman's eyes cannot be contained. From a distance, Aslı watches everything unfold, her face frozen, her mind replaying the moment she herself sought this woman out. She remembers whispering poison into her ear, promising that Ada would be absolved because money always wins, urging her to make it clear to everyone that Ada's family was guilty of everything. Now, Aslı sees her plan come alive. The woman continues to blame Mercan for every crime Ada ever committed, mixing truth with manipulation until the crowd can no longer tell where guilt truly lies. Suddenly, she shoves Mercan with all her strength. Mercan falls hard to the floor, pain shooting through her body as tears spill from her eyes. The woman leans over her and hisses that Mercan is just like her father, another criminal hiding behind innocence. At that exact moment, Ates comes running. His voice thunders through the hall as he demands to know what is happening. He orders security to remove the woman immediately. Without hesitation, he kneels down, helps Mercan up, and pulls her into his arms, shielding her from the staring eyes of the employees. He commands everyone to stop watching and escorts Mercan straight to his office. Behind them, Aslı burns with fury, whispering to herself that Ates can never stay away from Mercan, no matter what happens. Elsewhere, life continues to tangle hearts in silence. Malik is washing a car when Zira approaches him, lingering too close, her presence heavy with intention. Malik notices the tension and asks why Sekai has been acting so differently. Zira immediately breaks down, swearing she has done nothing wrong, claiming Sekai always blames her unfairly. She cries and suddenly wraps her arms around Malik, seeking comfort. At that moment, Sekai sees them. Her heart shatters. Malik quickly pulls away from Zira, but the damage is already done. Sekai turns away, wounded by what she believes she has just witnessed. Back in Ates' office, Mercan is shaking uncontrollably, her breath uneven, her face pale from shock. Ates gently helps her take a sip of water, his touch careful, protective. Mercan looks at him with tear-filled eyes and thanks him, then quietly admits that she wishes she could help that woman, that she can feel how deep her suffering is. Ates tells her not to carry that burden, reminding her she was dragged into this chaos unwillingly. Mercan stiffens. She tells him she does not need his pity, that she would rather face his coldness than false compassion. The distance between them grows again, fragile and tense. Soon, everyone gathers for the decisive meeting. The atmosphere is thick with anticipation as the bids for the tendo are revealed. When Ates' offer appears on the screen, the number is clear, 10 million. But the room freezes when Nesse's offer is announced, $10 million. Nesse wins. Just like that, Ates' expression darkens instantly. Rage flashes in his eyes. Aslı leans toward him, her voice low but sharp, planting the final seed of doubt. She reminds him that Mercan was in his office, touching his files, holding that envelope. Ates' memory snaps back to the image of Mercan standing there, the envelope in her hands. Suspicion poisons his thoughts. He approaches Mercan, his voice cold, accusing her betrayal of having a very high price. Unseen by him, Aslı watches Nesse and remembers her secret meeting with him. She recalls telling Nesse exactly what Ates would offer, urging him to raise the stakes just enough to win. She smiles inwardly, knowing that Ates will believe Mercan was the one who betrayed him. As Ates stands there, consumed by anger, blaming Mercan for the loss, the trap finally closes. In this moment, trust collapses, love is questioned, and silence becomes heavier than any accusation. In Arafta, betrayal does not always come from enemies. Sometimes, it is carefully crafted by those who stand closest, waiting patiently for everything to fall apart.